had me at a low. 'Cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can write all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend, and call me anytime when you're out of time.
Hey guys, so we just left the doctor a few minutes ago, and I'm going to wait till I get home so I can give you guys like Leo's stats and let you know how he's doing and just kind of go into details about the appointment. But right now I just pulled up to Target because I need to pick up some probiotics for him. He actually has reflux, and Luca had reflux too. Luca was on Zantac, but as you know, it's been recalled and I can't give that to Leo. So the doctor recommended to just get some probiotics, and I'm gonna go in and pick some up, and then I'm gonna go home after that, and then that's when I'll talk to you guys and let you guys know how he's doing and all of that. So yeah, let's go. Hey guys, so it's been a few days since we last spoke, and I figured I would just sit down and do like a vlog style sit down video with you guys. I really wanted to do like a more formal, I guess, sit down video, but I feel like this would just be a little bit more casual, a little bit more personal, and I want to catch up with you guys and give you guys an update on how we are doing now that we are a family of 5. So Leo, this is Leo Sebastian. He is now 5 weeks old, so that makes me 5 weeks postpartum. He's hungry. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Leo. Leo's growing really fast, and he is now weighing 10 pounds 1 ounce. And when we went to the doctor, he weighed 9 pounds 11 ounces, and that was last week. So it's been like 5 days. Yeah, like 5 days since we weighed him, and now he's 10 pounds 1 ounce. And so he gained a little bit of weight. He eats a lot like his brothers. However, if you guys saw my my newborn nighttime routine, where I stayed up all night with him and showed you guys how a regular night is with us, I told you guys that I was exclusively pumping. So this is my second baby that I am exclusively pumping for. It's been a little bit harder, I'm not gonna lie, than it was the second time with Luca, because I have Luca now, a toddler, who is constantly trying to take the pump away from me. So I have to figure out ways to pump when he's around, and it's just a little bit more challenging, but it's all about finding a routine. I'm okay with pumping. I'm okay with it. Leo latches once a day, like I get him to latch, and I think it's more because he just wants that comfort, and I'm okay with that. But I just don't know if he's being like, if he's satisfied when he's attached to the breast when he eats. So still exploring if I want to try and nurse him, or if I just want to continue exclusively pumping. I know a lot of people don't count exclusively pumping as breastfeeding, but it is. It's just, you're giving him breast milk in a bottle, you know what I mean? So his pediatrician told me to add some probiotics in his milk because it could help with the gassiness and any colic or any fussiness and stuff. So he does get gripe water sometimes too, and I feel like that does help. Luca was actually on baby Zantac when he was smaller, when he was a baby, because of reflux as well. But as you guys know, Zantac was recalled and taken off the shelves, so we're very limited to the medication that he can take, and we're trying to avoid as much medication as possible. So I have to make a few changes in my diet, like I can't have dairy, so I'm slowly cutting back on dairy because I know it's hard, and I mean it's really hard to just cut back dairy, I think, cold turkey, at least for me. So little by little I'm cutting back, just so that it doesn't, just to see if that helps with his belly and his tummy. And if it does, then, you know, then I'll continue to be dairy free. But if it doesn't help, then we might have to explore having to get some medication. But since it's not affecting his weight, he's already past his birth weight, so the doctor's not concerned. He's not at the point that he's in so much pain that he rejects the bottle or anything like that. So that's why she doesn't really want to give him medication, and I'm okay with that, you know. But I do notice that he's in a little bit of pain, so I always have to hold him upright when I feed him, after a feeding, and make sure that he doesn't have, you know, pain or whatever. So luckily he's growing great, he's healthy, his belly button healed just fine. He likes to take baths, he likes running water. Every time he hears running water, he completely calms down. And out of all my kids, he's the only one that likes a pacifier. So we did not use a pacifier with Alex. We probably gave him a pacifier the first night that we were home, and that was that. Other than that, he never took a pacifier. Luca, he had a pacifier for like the first month, but he didn't really like it. My husband doesn't really like giving them pacifiers, so we try not to. But Leo is all about the pacifier, so it comes in handy. I'm just scared that he'll be too attached to it. He has a little bit of cradle cap, so we are using some Mistela products and some stuff that I used on Luca when he was a baby that helped get rid of cradle cap. As you can see, he has a full head of hair. Luca and Leo both had full heads of hair when they came out, and Alex was pretty much bald. His hair was so light, and the complete opposite of his brother. As you can see, I'm having a hard time with the names. I feel horrible. I feel like a terrible mom, but I asked you guys on Instagram if you guys have that problem too, of mixing up your kids' names, and a lot of you guys said yes. He loves to fall asleep on us, loves to fall asleep on mommy or daddy, and he's just the most comfortable when he's on us. And he sleeps in our room. We do room share. We don't bed share, but we do room share, and he's in a bassinet, a halo bassinet that we bought on Facebook Marketplace. We got it for very, very cheap, and we just completely took it apart and washed it, and then I bought a replacement mattress on Amazon. I got the waterproof mat or pad, and then plus a sheet. You okay? Did your tummy hurt? He's really easy to read, in my opinion. He just eats, as long as he's fed, his diaper's changed, and he's burped, he's fine. Other than that, he just sleeps most of the time, and then when he's awake, he's very awake. Like, he looks around, he's starting to follow us with his eyes. And Luca does not care about Leo whatsoever, like whatsoever. We'll be like bebe, like we'll say bebe for him to see that, you know, it's his little brother, and Luca will just like walk away and look the other way. But if, for example, he's on the floor, like, you know, we're doing tummy time with Leo on the floor, Luca will just walk over him like nothing. So we have to be very careful with that. And Leo, like I said, he does take pacifiers, and he does take a bottle. So Luca has been taking away the pacifier, the kid that doesn't like the pacifier, right? He takes the pacifier, he doesn't suck on it, but he like starts to chew on it, so we're constantly having to clean it. And then he'll take the water, or not the water, but the bottle away from him, and then he'll start drinking out of it. So I've been giving Luca some breast milk in one of his sippy cups. So he's been drinking breast milk too, which I think it's good for him, right? So we give that to him, and yeah, the kids are doing great. Mom and Dad, on the other hand, we're struggling a little bit. George has been home for the entire time that Leo was born. He gets 6 weeks of paid paternity leave, which is so nice, so nice. And then he also gets bonding time after that. which, like I said, is really nice because we didn't have that when Luca was born. And when Alex was born, he was in the military, so he only got the standard daddy leave or whatever they call it in the military. So it's been nice having him home, and we've been kind of delegating, taking turns, and I mean, we're both really tired. We've both lacked sleep, and we're still trying to figure out a routine, and we do have to start establishing a new routine because he's gonna go to work. He's gonna go back to work soon. So I think he needs a diaper change. So I'm gonna change his diaper, and then I'm gonna come back and talk to you guys about how I'm doing postpartum. Okay, so I'm gonna talk postpartum now, and it's probably gonna be a little bit TMI, but I am trying to get a little bit more comfortable with sharing more because I have been watching some of these videos, and I appreciate how open the girls sharing their stories have been, because it makes me feel like, oh, okay, so they're going through that too, or oh, okay, so that's what that is. And if you guys hear the babies, they're with my husband in the living room. So yeah, that's just how life is. The house is a lot more crowded. It's a lot more loud now that we have 3 kids, and it's crazy how much of a difference just adding one more baby into the family makes. So 5 weeks postpartum. As far as healing, I think I'm fully healed. I'm not bleeding as much anymore. It's just like every now and then I'll go like a couple days without bleeding, and then it'll come back, but it's just a little bit. I do bleed pretty much the full 6 weeks, and it's heavy in the beginning, so I do have to wear, you know, very heavy padding. So I prefer the Depends. Honestly, they were life-saving. Instead of just having to wear like underwear and then like a pad, it was just so much better to wear the Depends. And then my milk came in very fast, and I am dealing with an oversupply this time around. I'm constantly engorged, and that's that I do empty my breasts often, you know. It's just, I guess it's just what I'm dealing with now, and I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I started pumping in the hospital. I am gonna have like a full video on exclusively pumping and just dedicate it to that. That way I can be very detailed and stuff like that, so be on the lookout for that. But I do think it has to do with that, because that is the one thing I did differently this time than I did when I was exclusively pumping with Luca. So my milk came fast. I've been very fortunate this time around to lose all of the weight that I gained. I gained a total of 16 pounds this pregnancy, which is the least I've ever gained, but I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I was already carrying an extra 30 pounds when I found out that I was pregnant. So now I am left with those extra 30 pounds that I need to lose. So, or 20 pounds. Now I have 20 pounds to lose because I did lose 10 pounds more. So anyway, sorry, I'm left with those 20 pounds that I need to lose, and I'm going to start riding a bike. We got a bike from Costco for Christmas, so we have it at home, and I'm going to start riding that as soon as I get the okay. And definitely pay attention to what I'm eating. It's been really hard these last few weeks since we've been on survival mode. We pretty much eat just whatever, so I think that's why I just kind of plateaued on the weight loss. And I know I'm not at a healthy weight. I'm not where I need to be according to, you know, like my doctor and stuff like that, but I'll find out when I go to my appointment. And I just want to feel a little bit better. I want to feel healthier, and I know that when I feel good, I thrive. So I want to feel healthy again, and that's what I'm going to start doing. And maybe I'll bring you guys along that and probably share a little bit if I see that something is working for me. I do feel a little bit of soreness where the epidural went. Like sometimes if I bend over, I do feel like kind of like a bruise, if that makes sense. But I mean, it makes sense because it's a huge needle that they put in your, you know, they put in you, so that's why it's probably very sore. I feel like I healed just fine because I was able to walk around like nothing. I did feel that if I started to do more than I was supposed to, so like let's say I got a little burst of energy within the first few days of being home and I started to clean up a little bit, then I felt like my bleeding would get a little bit stronger or my contractions would get a little bit stronger. So that was my body's way of telling me to take it easy. So I really had to take it easy and sit down and not do anything and really take the time to heal. It's very important that as women we take the time to heal, and I know it's hard because life goes on. Like if you have kids, you know, they need to be fed, they need to be bathed, they need to be taken care of, diapers need to be changed and stuff. So I know it's really hard, but if you can, and if you can have a few moments to really take it easy, take it easy. The night sweats, horrible. If you have ever had night sweats, you know how uncomfortable they can be, and I would wake up drenched. But it's also winter time, so it would be, you know, I would be cold and then I would get hot, so I would have to sleep with like a long sleeve shirt and some shorts just to kind of even that out a little bit. But I would wake up drenched, like my hair would be wavy and like curly in the back if I straightened it the day before or something. I have made it a point to at least once a week or something straighten my hair when I wash it, so that I don't feel so like messy, because my hair is really frizzy. So if I just let it be, I feel like my hair just gets messy and then I just feel yucky. So I've made it a point to take, you know, 10 minutes to just straighten my hair really quickly, and it just makes me feel a little bit more put together whether I'm wearing makeup or not. I feel like it just makes me feel better, especially because I thrive on routine, and there is no routine whatsoever right now. We're trying to figure that out. We're trying to see what works for us, and I'm probably putting a little bit too much pressure on myself, but I think once I find a routine, I'll feel better. And by routine, I don't mean like I need to do something at a specific time, but just find something that works, you know, every day. Like find a way to manage everything. That's what I mean by routine. Like find a way to be able to juggle everything and without feeling like I'm letting someone down, you know? Because if I feel like if I pay too much attention to one kid, I feel like the other one's not getting the attention that they need. That brings me, I guess, to talking about mental health. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I have struggled with postpartum depression. I am someone that has been medically diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. And that was even before postpartum depression and stuff. But I have been diagnosed with that, and because of that, I am more prone to having postpartum depression. And I had it with Alex and I had it with Luca. This time around, I don't see myself having it yet, but for me, it's always developed a little bit later. I do experience something called DMER, or DMER, and that is something that comes along with breastfeeding. And I feel like it's a little bit stronger this time around, and I'm gonna read to you what it means. It means dysphoric milk ejection reflex. So you pretty much get this rush of sadness or anxiety or anger or whatever it may be for your case right when your milk letdown starts. So for me, it's extreme sadness. Like as soon as I feel like I'm gonna start like lactating, or like the milk letdown is starting, I just have this like urge to cry, and it's just like a very like melancholy feeling that just like comes over me. And I asked you guys on Instagram yesterday actually if anybody had been through it, and it wasn't a lot of you, but it was enough of you to let me know that I'm not alone. Because I remember mentioning this to my doctor last time, like when I started to feel this with Luca, and she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like she just didn't know what I was talking about. So, you know, a lot of people don't know about it, and maybe it was just my doctor or something, and I need to find some other way to get help for that, but I wouldn't even know where to start. So that's something that I definitely have to deal with and figure out how to handle it, because it is frustrating. I don't see it being the thing that makes me stop pumping, because pumping to me is very important. So I don't think it'll make me stop, but I just wanted to share that with you guys in case anybody's going through it. Let me know if you guys have actually dealt with that and what you did. So I think that is it. I don't think I have anything else to share. Maybe I'll do another one of these when Leo turns 2 months old, and I can share how he's doing, and then I can share how I'm doing postpartum. And yeah, I feel like this helps me. I feel like I should have done more of this when I was pregnant with Luca or postpartum with Luca. But I'm definitely going to be sharing a lot more because it helps. I really do find it helpful. It makes me feel less alone, and I'm going through this with a lot of you guys that are going through the whole postpartum thing, or are pregnant, or have had children in the past, so it helps us connect a little bit more. So thank you guys for allowing me to have this opportunity to talk to you guys, and I'm really grateful for it. So I'll definitely be doing a lot of day in the life videos. I have one that I made that should go up sometime this week, maybe, but it was just like a little quick one, so just to kind of get the hang of it. But you guys will definitely see a lot more right now that George is home, and then when he goes back to work, that's like a whole different ball game. So I'll definitely be sharing a lot of that with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if it's your first time here. Make sure you're following me over on social media, and I'll see you guys over in my next video. Bye guys.